Hey guys, welcome to Indoor Recess has Outdoor Recess Indoors. We're so excited to be here. Welcome to Gen Con. Hey, if you guys don't know about us, we play games online, some of them role-playing games, some of them video games, all around. We just rag on each other, mostly. Let's go around and just introduce ourselves. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Pick me.
Okay.
I want to go first.
I saw Katie Mae was about to talk, and I was like,
no, Masood's gonna pick the prettiest one.
Yeah, pick the prettiest one,
It's
Masood.
Carlos, guys. It's Carlos.
Okay, hey, what's up? I absolutely knew Masood was going to pick me. My name is Carlos. You can find me on all social media under Carlos Chris. Yes, I am the prettiest one. Yeah, you could also find me on the Roll20 YouTube page. I do videos there as well. Yeah. Let's go to Solani.
Hi, I'm Solani. You can find me at Mistress Verse on Twitter and on Twitch, and with these wonderful people at Indoor Recess. And I am playing Xian Mei today. TK or Katie? I'm gonna pick. I'll pick Katie because she's looking so hopeful.
And now you've heard the rap.
I'm going before TK.
That's fine. I'll remember this Tuesday.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Katie Mae.
It's fine.
I'm Katie Mae. I'm the baby of Indoor Recess Crew. You can find me at Twitter at OKKatieMae. You can see me DMing for Dungeons, Dice, and Everything Nice wherever podcasts are sold. And you can see me doing shenanigans over on the Indoor Recess Crew Twitch channel. You may know us from our Theros campaign on the D&D Twitch channel. But if you're into late night D&D, that's where you know us from. Just you were like, these 5 folks look familiar. That's where you've seen us. Mm-hmm. TK, the reason you're going last is because we saved the best for last.
For last,
Was that an 80s song?
It was.
I'm sorry. No. I just need to check something with our producer real quick. Is telling Katie Mae to eat a butt, is that okay? Can I say that?
Yeah. Is that all right? Yes.
Can I
calling HR?
Can I?
Okay.
See, okay, thank you. Thank you, omniscient producer. Eat a butt, Katie Mae. With respect.
I shall.
It's me, Katie, or I'm not Katie Mae. Why did I say that?
Oh, no.
This is why we put you last. We knew you needed time. We knew it. And we put you last.
Crisis.
It's me. It's TK, the dramatic one. That's it. That's all I have to say. Thank you for coming to this high school pageant that we put on last night just to make sure it would work. Somebody didn't show up. I'm gonna let you guess which one it was.
It's all right. They're pretty. They didn't need to.
The prettiest one didn't have to come to the meeting last night.
It's fine. Best friends with the director. That's fine.
I love how I'm so busy. I'm swamped with work. No, it's okay, Carlos. It's okay. Go live. Drag me.
Oh, absolutely. No, they can't know the real reason that you're working hard, providing for your family. No.
Our love and support for you is behind the scenes only.
I will aggressively support you only in our shared Discord channel, nowhere else.
So I have some news, everyone, that I thought I'd wait until now to tell you.
Before I introduce myself?
Cool. Before you introduce yourself, I accidentally threw all of my Dungeons and Dragons out of the window. So I've got no more. Yeah, so I'm hoping that we can do something without Dungeons or Dragons today.
Well, you got it right, because what we're going to be playing is Kids on Bikes. This is not Dungeons and Dragons. It's another role-playing game. I'm going to be your GM for it. Hey, y'all, I'm Masood Haque. You can find me on on Twitter and Instagram at Maroodboy, MAHRUDBOI. I play Theros with these wonderful folks. I play with rivals of Waterdeep on Sundays. It's a good time. You can catch me and Katie Mae playing narrative-driven video games later today. I'm doing a blind playthrough of Undertale, and it's breaking me on Once Upon a Game on the Indoor Recess Crew Twitch channel. Yeah, also, if you want to follow us on Twitter, it's Indoor Recess with 3 S's, and then on Twitch, we're Indoor Recess Crew. But enough of promotion. Let's get into the game. So we're playing Kids on Bikes. If you haven't played
also
it before,
known as Cobb.
Also known as Cobb.
No one calls it
That's what all the gamers call it.
All the cool, don't confuse people, okay? It's first day drink con. Let's just
well,
say
if it's for only cool kids, why are you telling them?
Stop it.
Everyone who's watching us right now is certified cool kid.
Producer, can I bully the chat?
You can
actually no. Oh, look, no bullying chat. Only me.
Only Katie Mae.
Nice.
We're doing our own little slumber party because we're all indoors right now, and this is how we do outdoor recess. So if you're wondering why we're in our PJs, yes, we're lazy, but it's also theming. And we're excited to play for y'all. So we're gonna be playing a expansion or a module of Kids on Bike called House on Poplar Court. And in it, we've had some pre-generated characters that they provide for you. Really, all you need to do is just kind of pick up, answer some questions about one another, and you're able to get into it. We decided to modify a little bit, provided a little additional backstory. And so I would love to take us there if you all would be so kind as to join me. I just need to find one thing. Where is it? Oh, here we go. Our story takes place in Cairo, Illinois.
Sweet angel baby.
I'm so excited.
It's nothing exciting ever.
Lower it a little bit.
In this
lowered a little bit. It's so powerful.
I like this bit too much, guys. I'm so sorry.
Oh my god!
I like the clapping. Yeah,
I'm in a commercial.
Yeah, it sounds like the new Nissan Sentra just came out.
It's sponsored by Kia Sorento.
The waving grain of Cairo in Illinois. Just so you know, it's 1985. It's the second day of school. Nothing exciting ever happens in this rural town.
It's gotta go lower.
It's still lower.
I'm only hearing the soft noises of Kia Sorentos on the road.
That? Is that better?
I know how many cup holders there are. I know how many miles to the gallon there are.
Cool. We've reached the bullying DM in the first.
No. It's good. Just wait until you guys play. It's all good.
No,
that's why I'm trying to save them.
Guys, okay, so people come and go, children attend school, grow up and move out, but nothing really changes here. It's down to everything's kind of stayed the same. There are no movie theaters. The only arcade is attached to the bowling alley, which closed last year. What a bummer. So kids have to find a way to entertain themselves. So riding their bikes around and playing imaginary tie-in games, exploring abandoned corners in a relatively safe city. We added some additional information about the town, changing the name particularly, but also one of the things that Kids on Bikes gives you is it asks you a bunch of questions to ask with everyone in your party, and we filled those out last night, and here's the big things that you got to know. The town, Cairo, Illinois, Indiana. The industry that our town is best known for is the old Rosewick bowling ball factory. Our town is famous for the summer festival, for the annual Cairo rhubarb pie contest. Our town is infamous for, which is important to note, the murder that happened last year of the former mayor. His guts exploded outwards, as the Cairo Chronicle quoted someone saying. Economically, the town is floundering. We're trying to bring in some franchising, but the city council owns the real estate. They want to keep it rural. There is some new money, but it's mostly old money. A couple notable organizations about the town is Trees for Tots. It's a miniature tree creation committee for the less fortunate in town, and also the very exclusive all-male club, the Mayflower Men. The big notable thing is where the rhubarb pie contest takes place, which is the historical cabin where Lewis and Clark stayed before Sacagawea arrived and guided them to the rest of the plains. The stables that are attached to that are actually where they found the mayor. The school is one building. It's K through 12. Everyone goes to the same hall. It's just different hallways or where different parts of the school are. It also doubles as the city council. Fun fact, the class of 1984 had the highest graduating class, the largest, of 32. And our school sports team is the Cairo Raptors. Our colors are purple and green. That's enough about our town. Let's start introducing some of our player characters that we're with. And for that, I just need to pull up. Where is
I love
that?
Watching Carlos's expression, learning about all this.
I'm learning everything right now with the audience.
Band practice.
It's good.
I have a really important question. So the mayor who died at the rhubarb pie eating festival.
Yes. Mayor Landers.
Stomach exploding.
His guts exploded.
His guts exploded. Was it before or after he ate the rhubarb pie?
So depending on who you talk to, it's going to be different things. People are blaming the pie for the reasoning that happened. Some folks are saying that it happened beforehand. There's a lot of rumors have been circulating, but the official report shows that he was dead before the festival even began.
I've got some conspiracies about that.
Very dope. Carlos, do you want to tell us a little about Lamont Daniels? And before you start,
Yo, what's up? My name is Lamont Daniels. I'm kind of like an all-around cool, popular guy at the high school, you know. I'm a star basketball player. But yeah, you know, I dabble a little bit with some drama club and always play in the band, you know. I'm always like turning heads. I'm kind of like a social butterfly, and people just kind of like, you know, come to me a lot. I don't know. I'm just doing me.
Awesome. Anything else you want to add? Because you've got like a additional, like, I was gonna let you talk for 2 minutes, but if that's it, that's how long this track is. If you're
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I guess if I had to say something like maybe not positive about me, some people do call me a little bit petty and demanding. You know, but I think they're just haters and they just like complaining. You know, it's easy to complain when you're on the bottom, right? That's all I gotta say.
Perfect. I'm gonna spare you any more discomfort and move on to our next person. Hey, Katie Mae, do you want to tell us a little bit about Cassandra?
Yeah. Well, my name is Cassandra Jones. I'm a sophomore. I skipped a grade in middle school, but then I was held back a grade. Also in middle school, so I'm in sophomore class, directly where I belong. Some people may call me the investigative mind of my generation, and I would agree with them. So my hopes and dreams are to one day have a TV show about my investigative prowess, but also I find public speaking a little bit scary. So I was just juggling those things. I'm pretty cool, so that means that Jean-Mae and Anya like hanging out with me because I'm also pretty cool. But I think sort of the main thing to know is that I met my soulmate like maybe like a little while ago.
We'll get there. You can keep that under lock and key till we start answering questions.
I don't need to talk about it, I guess. It's kind of like a big secret. So that's me, I guess.
Awesome. Thank you. Up next, we have TK, who's playing you want to tell us about your character?
Yeah, did you remember my name or?
Yeah. Anya Pandey.
Okay. Hi. Let's be honest, I don't have time for this and I don't have time for interview. But I guess people would call me I've heard stuck up before. I prefer just, you know, exclusive. That's me. I mostly hang around with these people because our parents all go to the same church and my mother is best friends with Jean-Mae's mother. So I apparently have to talk to her at least once a week or they won't put a phone in my room.
And that is Anya Pandey. Everything you need to know about them. Perfect. And finally, we have Solani playing Jean-Mae, and tell us a little bit about them.
Oh my God.
What is this song?
Hi, I'm Jean-Mae. I come from a rich family. My dad recently bought the bowling ball factory, which was why we moved to this town. And yeah, I'm really smart. I spend most of my time in the library and away from people. And yeah, this town sucks.
Perfect. That's Jean-Mae for all y'all. One of the great things about Kids on Bikes is they give you these characters. They have a lot of options for the pre-gens, giving you some choice. But one of the things that they ask you to do is ask questions about everyone else around the table so you can fill them out. And so you get some positive questions, some negative questions. We filled those out, and we're just going to share with you the answers that sort of popped up. Carlos, you weren't there for it, so just wait. We're all going to talk about Lamont at the end.
We're just going to rip on Lamont.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you.
Guys, I gotta say, when you said you got me, I feel like you don't got me.
Prepared so well for
We
you.
prepared
You
In,
so
in
well
their
for it.
defense, Carlos, I never said that.
You know,
Well, you know what? Whatever.
I just had to give you the words Troy Bolton, and you were like set.
Yeah.
you're locked in.
How dare you
You're
feed your
locked in.
family?
Anya, tell me about Cassandra and Zane.
What? Oh, it's me.
Yeah.
I keep thinking I'm Cassandra and I'm not, which is
You're not?
thank God.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I was just tired of Zane. Like, we're not going to go into specifics because frankly, it's none of your business. I was tired of him. End of story. We got in a big fight in the mall parking lot 3 cities over, which is why it's so weird that Cassandra was there. Like, why? Who would take her to the mall? She doesn't have a car. Does she have parents? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Whatever. She came over and she was like kind of cool about it or whatever, and just like let me catch a ride with her and whatever. She was really cool, and now I like sit with her at lunch or something as payment. It's fine.
Awesome. That's perfect. And then up next, Xian Mei, tell us how you relate to Cassandra. And what it was like when you first got here and the cool kids.
I met Cassandra in the library. We were pretty much the only 2 people in there actually reading. And I had a lot of respect for her because she was smart and was one of the few people besides myself who were actually passing all the tests and acing it. But I saw one day that she did something that disappointed me.
Xian Mei, yeah.
Should I tell? Should I
Yeah,
reveal the
absolutely.
secret? Reveal. She cheated on a chemistry test.
And then Cassandra, tell us how you and Xian Mei are friends.
It's kind of like I could be sitting with the cool kids because I'm also super cool, but like I don't. But it's like kind of super cool of Jean May because like they also sit with me, even though they could be sitting with the cool kids, and I like super appreciate, you know, how she does that, even though she could be sitting with the cool kids because the cool kids like her. They think she's really intimidating and cool. So it's nice when Jean May sort of like hangs out.
Very dope. Awesome. And then I would love for Xian Mei, tell us about a time where you realized Anya was cooler than you thought.
Anya and I know each other a little bit better than most because our parents are both rich and hang out with each other. And so she was like one of the first kids I met when I moved to this town. And I don't really get along with my mom a lot. She pretty much hates everything that I do. And we were having a dinner party. And as usual, she was ripping on my hair, on my makeup, on all of my stuff. And Anya actually stuck up for me, which I was really surprised by.
Hey, Anya, how has Xian Mei been using this new connection to her advantage?
First of all, I just want to like wipe the slate clean and say I wasn't sticking up for her. I was just stating a fact. Like her makeup happened to be cool that one time. Second of all, I guess she thinks we're friends or something because she keeps telling her mom whenever she goes on these investigations that she's sleeping over at my place.
Oh. And is she?
No, of course not. I would never have somebody like that sleep over in my house.
I would never go into her house.
And then Cassandra, why do you not like Anya?
Well, yeah, that's really important, huh? There was this thing that happened maybe over the summer, where Anya maybe told my crush that I had a crush on them, and like that's like breaking sister code because like we're like sisters. It's like breaking sister best friends. Some might call us best friends. I call us best friends, sister best friend code. So it was a bummer. So now we're like we're both each other's worst nemesis.
Anya, who'd you tell? Who is Cassandra's crush?
Who'd I tell what about who? I don't even know who Cassandra is.
Okay, was we're ex-best friends, arch rivals. We're both trying to outdo one another.
Oh, you mean that like time I slipped Lamont a note about like how you're being totally pathetic around him all the time? Everybody knows that. It's fine.
Okay.
Awesome. Speaking of Lamont, folks, tell us about Lamont. Anya, what do you all have a class together, and how are y'all close?
Oh yeah, I'm supposed to say we're in band together. I'm first chair violinist, of course. And
pause for applause.
Yeah, I'm actually a little surprised that none of you got the cue. That's fine, I guess. Rude, unappreciative. And I don't know, we're not like friends or anything, but we've just happened to all like seen every single Mad Max movie.
And you guys talk about it. You just happen to talk about it. Basically,
I mean, he talks about it and I listen.
Oh, right, for sure. Cassandra, how did your crush for Lamont begin?
Well, when did you transfer to this school? When did Lamont transfer? Are you a new transfer?
No, he transferred probably at the end of 7th grade.
Oh, end of 7th grade? Well, it was the summer in between 7th and 8th grade. I was being held back, and my life was just in a tizzy. I was dealing with that. My parents said I wasn't emotionally mature enough to proceed to high school, so I was repeating 8th grade. And just the first day of school, my locker was on the bottom and his was on the top. And the first day of class, he hit me in the head with his locker while he was opening it. And after that, it was just like it was just true love.
So when concussion,
when he stopped Zane from throwing you in that trash can, or like
that. And then there was that time where we fell. I forgot that we decided on this last night. There was also that time where he like stopped my bullies from throwing me in a trash can. I've repressed that memory, but just like his eye contact when he went, "Hey, class starts in like 5 minutes. It's not worth it," and stop those bullies from just pulling me out of the trash. It was like Superman. It was
Carlos's face. He's learning so much about himself.
Yeah. And then Solani, Xian Mei, when did you know that Lamont was genuinely a good person?
I don't know if he's a good person. He's tolerable. But he stopped one of his creepy friends from hitting on me one time. So, I mean, that's decent at least.
There you go. Anya, why do you actually hate Lamont?
Okay, like this is just between you and me, so nobody else listen. Y'all are listening. Anyway, so like I don't know what this like Prince Charming good boy act is or whatever, but a lot of people really eat it up. So like people are just like, I don't know, drawn to him because he's like genuinely a nice person or whatever. I don't know. I'm going to get to the bottom of this because nobody's that wholesome without a motive. But I guess, I don't know. I think maybe it's probably nice to be liked for who you actually are and not like all the acreage that your parents own or whatever.
And then
guys, I believe 100% that you guys are all describing me
deep down.
I believe I was
Carlos Luna is Lamont Daniels.
Yes, thank you very much. It's getting me a little misty-eyed at this time.
Oh my God, I told you not to listen, Carlos.
I've been threading all the nice things that you've said in a long tweet, and I'll tag you in it at the end. God, this is so good, guys.
You.
I love
it. And then it just got two more things. Cassandra, there's this annoying thing that she keeps doing to Lamont. It's got something to do with your books, and every time you see him.
Yeah, it's just like so that like we remember that like our connection is like more intense than any other star in the sky. And so like I'll just be like walking down the hallway and I'll just like wait for him to walk down the hallway because I have his class schedule memorized. And I'll just like be walking with my books and I'll just like, oops. Whenever he walks by at the perfect time. And then he just has to pick him up and we have to make eye contact. It's genius.
It's gonna work. That's your meet cute. It will happen. I mean, probability states 1 out of the 2,000 attempts should lead to something.
Yeah, that's science.
Has he ever actually picked your books up?
Of course.
Right now, the ratio.
Well, let's ask Lamont. Lamont, do you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I pick up the books every single time. It's weird. One time I leaned over to pick up like 5 books, and I swear I almost heard, "One at a time, please." I swear to God, I almost heard that.
And you keep doing it every time. You still do it. Awesome. And then just for a warning, guys, this is a little bit of a heavier secret. Xian Mei, what is something you know about Lamont that he doesn't know yet?
Oh, we're gonna go there right now. Okay,
we're gonna go there right now, just so folks know.
I mean,
another gift for Carl.
Sorry, Carlos.
I know that his dad is cheating on his mom.
Oh my God.
My dad. So yeah, that's a thing.
Mom is cheating on my dad.
You don't know this. Don't act like you know this. This is just for you, Carlos, to know. Lamont will find out maybe this session, maybe in another session. We'll see. But yeah, this is great. You guys, well done. There's no inspiration, but I give you all inspiration.
Thanks, Dad.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Papa.
It's actually a father dearest for this session.
That's worse, actually. That feels
I wanted
weird.
to add as many syllables as I could.
It's a lot.
So guys, it's the second day of school. Yesterday, you all were at the one club that starts immediately, because it's not really an official club. It's the Investigations Club. And the one true common connection you all have is its president, Theo Easton. Theo's always up to something. There's always some sort of conspiracy. There's always something under the surface happening that Theo's willing to investigate. And more often than not, when you guys help out on these investigations, you notice that it's always something simple. It's always some explanation to what's going on. Never is it actually what Theo thinks it is, which is UFOs. And he called a meeting yesterday, and he wanted to investigate the strange abandoned house at the end of Poplar Court. It's at the very edge of the town, right before the neighborhood gives away to vast cornfield. So it's basically in the unincorporated part of your hometown. No one really knows how long the house has been there, but it's always been abandoned for anyone can call. No one remembers anyone living there. But you guys have never actually even investigated before, and no one really knows why. That is until Theo was walking his dog Ruggles there earlier this week, and he heard a crying noise from inside the house. He could have sworn it was a little girl trapped inside. And he comes to you yesterday at the club and said, guys, I swore, I know someone's in there. I'm gonna go there tonight, and I'm gonna seek it out. Who's coming with me? None of you all came. Why didn't any of you guys come last night?
Because this is creepy.
Yeah.
And why would we go to an abandoned house?
The reasons to not go outweighed the reasons to go.
Full moons are government conspiracies that give you radiation at night, so I just don't go out at full moons. So
very dope.
I was at the court just like practicing. I didn't have time for that. I both practice basketball, and then I sit on the bleachers and I practice my trumpet like I would at halftime. So yeah.
You're busy. You got stuff going on.
Yeah, I just told Theo that our parents were having a dinner party, and then just didn't go, pretty much like I always do.
Nice. And so you guys were all busy. You didn't really know what was up. You come to school today. Theo's not in any of his classes. You get to the end of the day, you go to the library where the investigation club meets, and Theo isn't there. Go ahead.
He did not go to that house by himself, did he?
Whatever, it's mono season.
Theo got the perfect attendance award last year. I think he was going for like a 2 in a year row kind of thing.
Okay, he got perfect attendance, and he gave 3 people mono.
I haven't heard
Water
of anybody
fountains.
having mono.
Oh yeah, I also know mono's going around because I also am kissing, so I'm also worried about it. Anyways, do you think we should do something or like be cool about it?
Let's just be cool about it. I mean, he'll either come in tomorrow or he won't.
You are cracking me up. I also believe, like, as Lamont at the table, I feel like he doesn't hear Cassandra speaking. He hears everyone else, but he doesn't hear Cassandra speaking at all. No, but something isn't adding up. I mean, Theo never misses school. Like, he got perfect attendance.
As you guys are chatting about this and sort of discussing the house on Poplar Court, Mrs. Quaker rounds the corner, the school librarian, who you all know is a friend to y'all. She lets you all, the club, meet. Xian Mei, you two are tight. How are you and Mrs. Quaker tight?
She's smart. She leaves me alone. She gives me some really cool occult books. So
yeah. She comes by and she notices the group and she goes, "Oh, the little investigation club. It's so nice to see you all." But
we're big. We're up to 5 members. So
I only see 4. Where's Theo, guys?
He's got mono.
We don't know that.
That's a rumor. You're just starting a rumor. Do you realize that's what starting rumors
is? It's more likely than him being dead or eaten by a werewolf or alien or whatever.
Oh my God, do you think it was a werewolf? It was a full moon last night. Oh my gosh. Okay, where's my werewolf binder?
Well,
I have a binder about.
Relax. Werewolves are, like, from what I've read, werewolves aren't even common in the Midwest. They're particularly like out west with the Appalachia, the Rocky Mountains in Colorado. That's the last sighting of
new
a real
money.
werewolf.
Werewolves are new money.
Nerds.
Mrs. Baker turns to Xian Mei and just asks, like, "So, you all don't know what happened to Theo? What did he tell you guys last?"
He was talking about that abandoned house on Poplar Court.
Mrs. Quaker's eyes go wide.
Do you know
wouldn't
something
happen
about
to
that
know
place?
anything.
He went there by himself?
I wouldn't be surprised. He does stupid things by himself all the time.
Oh no.
Maybe he took his dog.
Okay. Promise me right now, none of you are going to that house. Now, kids, promise me right now, none of you are going to that house.
Perfect moment to defy an adult.
We're not going to the house, Quakes. Just spill the beans.
I gotta tell his parents. I will tomorrow. Come back here. We'll talk. But you guys gotta. We have to close up. I have to go talk to his parents. And Mrs. Quaker kind of ushers you out.
Nice.
Of the library. She locks it up and books it. Yeah.
Great. She didn't see the 3 romance novels I put in my bag before we left.
No.
Look how fast she runs, too. She's like 80 years old. She's huffing down the hall.
Oh, yeah. She used to be the track coach.
Should we have stopped her from, like, talking to Theo's parents? Isn't that like a narc thing?
Guys, I think we should have
stopped. Aren't his parents supposed to notice if he's not there anyway?
You're right.
But he would be at school at this time. He would be at school. How would they know?
Well, if he's not at home or at school, then they'd probably
they would
notice.
Assume they would assume.
Yeah, but
he's at school.
Did he wake up this morning? Did he come home?
I guess we gotta go where the answers are.
I mean,
because we're like,
we don't have to go in the house. We kind of want to go, just like look across the street.
Yeah, if it's gonna make a teacher mad, I kind of want to do it.
Awesome.
I've only got 3 years of rebellion left in my high school curriculum, so
you guys
gotta be careful not to be seen by the adults, though.
Are talking
What's
about
the name of our club?
It's
do we
the
have
investigation club?
Theo named it.
Theo named it.
Man, okay.
It's not very snappy, and it doesn't.
Listen, as treasurer of the of the investigation club, I've got to take a stand. This is what this club was made for. It was made to do. We got to investigate.
All right,
something.
Guys, you know what? Amanda's right. We just got to investigate, okay? We just got to put all this stuff aside, forget whatever Quake said, forget what our parents say, and just go in there and find out what's going on. And rename the club when Theo gets back.
Yeah,
because I feel like Investigation Club doesn't really, I can't put that on a
can we just
jacket.
like vote on a new name right now and then do majority? And then when Theo comes back, then that's fine.
I'm thinking the Jones Squad.
No.
Okay.
What would be a good name for like investigating people?
Oh, this is a great time. I pull out my backpack. I actually, to start the new year off right, I got us all matching magnifying glasses. I customized the ends with friendship bracelets.
Jeez.
So,
okay. I'm
John
leaving.
May, here's one for you.
Bye.
Thanks.
I made this one extra special for you.
Oh, cool. Oh, it's really sticky. Why is it so sticky?
Don't worry about it. And for my best friend of me.
Anya is already walking away in like the boxy blazer and like the plaid skirt and the pumps, like already leaving.
Why is she wearing a power jacket at 14 or 15?
So
I don't know. I watched Heather's. It looks great.
Y'all are walking out. You guys kind of decide that you're going to meet later this evening in front of on the corner of Poplar and Boardwalk, where the bus stop is, and at the corner of the cul-de-sac. And as you guys are walking out, you see Zane Khan outside of the school, hanging out on his Trans Am with his buddies Marcus Feinstein, Blake Zhao, and Kelly McCobb. Zane is the town bully. How we already talked about how Zane has been and his flunkies have been a big jerk to Cassandra in the past. Zane and Anya, y'all used to date, and then what caused you guys to break up?
Zane.
And since then, he's just been a jerk to y'all.
He has been a jerk, and like I can't
jerk.
sit at his table anymore or whatever, but that's fine. It's just from people not being able to mind their own business and asking too many questions.
Xian Mei, how's Zane and his group been bothering you all?
They're just jerks.
That's absolute jerks.
But I also scare them, so I don't pay much attention to them.
Yeah. And then Lamont, what do like Marcus, Blake, and Zane and Kelly get up to kind of harass you?
They're just nipping at my toes, you know. They just want to be up here. I'm so up high and they're so low, and it's just jealousy.
Yeah, dude. But here's the thing: you all know as obnoxious and annoying Zane and his friends are to you. Theo gets it the worst, which is weird because Theo and Zane were like best friends until sixth grade, when Theo wanted to join the Scouts and Zane did not. And ever since then, there's been a little bit of animosity. As you guys are leaving, how do y'all avoid dealing with Zane and his group? Also, before we get there, I'm going to put a little pressure on y'all. Solani, describe Marcus Feinstein. TK, tell me about Blake Zhao. Katie Mae, describe Zane to me. And then Carlos, think about Kelly McCobb.
Oh, I'm always thinking about Kelly McCobb.
Yeah, Marcus Feinstein.
He is skinny. He is pasty. He definitely doesn't wash his face. He's got like shaggy, like just past shoulder length hair, like brown, but I'm not entirely sure if like he just doesn't wash it because it looks so kind of blonde underneath. I don't know. Like he pretty much hangs out outside way too much and just doesn't barely comes to school. I don't even know why Zane hangs out with him. They're like on two completely different levels.
And then Katie, may tell us about Zane.
Well, Zane's pretty tall. He's got, I almost did it in character and I walked it back. He's pretty tall, 6'1", 6'2", but not like the tallest. But I think the most important part is it's the denim pants, the denim shirt, and the denim jacket. That's like his signature look. Is denim on denim on denim.
Oh, of course.
I think that's, and then one of the 80s mullets. I know nothing about the 80s, but I know about the 80s mullets. One of those.
Very dope.
Yeah, he's rocking a full Danger Zone.
Yes.
And Anya, you were into that? That was the thing?
Well, there's only 3 people in our grade that has a car, so
That's fair. Yeah. That's fair. And he got his birthday's in the summer, so he had it pretty early.
Oh yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. Plus, his parents are like always out of town, so we can use the car whenever we want.
Oh, you could use the car whenever you want. Now, you're no longer together, remember?
No one asked you, which was my choice entirely.
100%. And then Carlos, tell us about Kelly.
Kelly McCobb, she is a Madonna wannabe. Like every single thing can be taken from like some type of clipping that she found in some magazine of Madonna. Mm-hmm. She also talks in like this Valley girl like accent. She wears 3 swatches on her wrist because she said she needs to know what New York time and London time is all the time. Like she's some like super rich girl or whatever. Oh. What else?
So pathetic when people can't just be comfortable with who they actually are.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But she's hot. She's like really hot though. She's like super hot.
I mean, if you're like really desperate, I can see why you'd be into that.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, like I'm not like super. I mean, Zayn's probably like super desperate or whatever. Yeah.
Wait, girls with 3 watches are cool?
No, there's not. They just have swatches, long forearms.
Swatches.
Yeah, they're swatches.
The swatches, because that's real. That got a chat that was very popular in 1985. Just you don't have to fact check.
Tamagotchis.
Not Tamagotchis. Swatches.
Katie Mae, you were
Katie
so
Mae
young.
really thought Tamagotchis were from 1985, and we will never not roast them about it. Oh God. Okay, so moving on. You guys are walking out. You guys see Zayn. Zayn clocks eyes with Anya and the rest of y'all, calls his group over, and they start walking to you. How do you avoid them? This is difficulty 7. So this is going to be the first time we're rolling. And for folks watching at home or wherever you are having your indoor recess, the way that rolls work in Kids on Bikes is that you are given a series of stats. You either have brains, which determines how book smart your character is, and also determine how you understand problems, can relate to how they're doing in school, but mainly how well they solve if you got to calculate something, if you like an academic issue, that's where your brains are going to come in. You also have brawn, which just is like how strong you are, like how much brute strength. It's not how well you can fight, but just like truly how much muscle mass do you have. And it'll affect how much physical damage you can take. Next up is fight. This one actually determines how good of a combat character you are. Just so you know, this won't affect you if you like pick up a weapon you've never used before. It doesn't mean you're going to instantly be good with it, but you will be better with stuff that you know. Opposite fight, you've got flight, and this is how quickly you can get out of situations, both literally and like figuratively. If you want to like dodge a question, if you want to like be like shifty around interrogation, you'd use flight. If you also just want to run away, you use flight. Charm is how socially adept are you? How well do you understand the situations? Can you talk your way out of any situation? And you can do, the person with a high charm can do that relatively easy. And the final stat is grit. And this is how hard your character is to break emotionally and or physically. So if you're under duress, if you're trying to keep cool under pressure, your grit is going to be the stat that you want to use. And so this, I'm going to let you all know, also with Kids on Bikes, you have 2 types of roles: planned actions or snap decisions. Planned actions, you can, instead of rolling your die that's associated with it, you can take half the value or and then add points to it as you need be. And then a snap decision, you can't do that. You have to roll them. And if you're wondering what it means to roll your associated die, the way Kids on Bikes works is instead of having a numerical value associated with any of these stats of brain, brawn, flight, fight, charm, or grit, you assign a die. So if you're really good at something, you're going to give it a D20. If you're impressive at it, you're going to give it a D12. If you're above average, D10, below average, D8, bad, D6, terrible, D4. And so you assign them accordingly. And then, yeah, you get to roll whatever you want for those checks. And we see how you do. Cool. Chat, do you have any questions? Because I think we all have it on board, and we might just like walk through a little bit to show you all what it looks like. I'm going to say this is a difficulty 7 check. So you have to beat a 7 with one of your rolls. I'm going to say it's a planned action because you have enough time to see them coming. It's not, they're at the other side of the parking lot. You have the ability to get out of this situation with a little bit of like forethought. So what do y'all do?
Can we like, are we by the house right now?
No, you're at school. The house is
School
on the
parking lot.
edge of town. Like you can get there by bike, but you also decided that you're going to meet there after night. You guys are going to sneak out because that's the only time you can really investigate.
Lamont, where's your car? Where are you parked at?
I'm at the end of the parking lot. We're gonna have to cross.
Oh, are you in your
these.
usual
What?
spot?
Okay,
My
now it's getting
usual spot?
creepy.
Yeah, all the time. Like, yeah. How'd you know I was at? How do you know where I'm parking?
I just walk every day, so I always just like walk past your car.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay, I get that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm on the other end of the parking lot.
I know a way that we can maybe like sneak around and then maybe get to a place where we can see Lamont's car without being seen, but that's just if we need it.
Like
Yeah,
there's a solid side eye.
Yeah, let's do that. That sounds great. Man, you're very smart. Damn.
I am. Some people say I should have my own TV show. I'm so smart and good at solving things.
How often do you say that you should have your own TV show? How often do you use that phrase?
My mom told me to manifest my reality, so I try to say it as often as possible.
I love the idea that Cassandra Jones's parents are like she's very Veronica Mars, but her parents are like hippies. So-
Yeah.
Some people say I should have my own TV show.
Called
Can you
Unsolved
imagine saying that sentence in public?
No. I'd like to use my brains for this.
Heck yeah.
What do we think? Should I roll? Is there anything else? I think that it's just through
brains will have to-
via my hiding spot. I'd like to sort of like get us
Your
out
stalking
of Dodge.
spots.
Yeah.
Stalking
like since we
spot.
don't have a creeper statistic, brains is gonna have to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna roll this d20. First roll of the thing. If
you could take
nobody-
half the act. You know what? Narratively, let's run it. So, because here's the nice thing: if you fail, you also get an adversity token, and that's something you're gonna fail a lot in this game. Chat, it's gonna happen.
Cool.
But when you fail a roll, you get an adversity token, which will then allow you to add one to a roll later. So if you want to use that,
okay.
you have that advantage. So there's benefits of like it could be a win kind of win, or you could take the
It builds character.
All right, well, let's do the first roll of the. Is this the first roll of Gen Con?
Oh,
Is it?
2020 first roll of Gen Con 2020?
Don't hack us. Roll 20,
Yeah.
please.
Roll 20, please.
Give
All
us
right,
that sweet
let's
nat
do it,
one,
gamers.
please.
Modifier 0. Here we go. 8.
Oh, you
But
beat it!
Pretty
You
good.
did it. The check was 7.
You did.
There's a low check.
Nice.
You got it. Well done.
I'm so
Oh
proud
my
of you.
God.
So this is just like a slight victory. Tell us what that
Yeah.
looks like.
I have to give away my hiding spot, but basically, there's like a small. There used to be tennis courts until the tennis team was absolved because there wasn't enough funding. So basically, what you have to do is you have to crawl through basically the gate of the tennis court, and then there's like one overgrown tree, and then you can just hide behind that tree until everyone goes away, and then you can.
How do
crawl up.
you know about this place? This is where everybody goes to make out. How do you know about this place?
Because I know where the makeout zones are, obviously.
Okay.
It looks like there's like a chair here and there's like some food
Oh,
wrappers.
that's where my binoculars are. Don't mind if I just
This is
put
real.
those back in my backpack. So yeah, we can just stay hang out here until Zane is gone. So
Wow, Cassandra, I never knew you were so cool adjacent.
some people say I'm cool centered, as in the place where the cool starts and then leaks out of.
No one says that, but
The tree is just
Manifest it.
carved
I'm
with
sure it'll-
hearts.
yeah.
What is this C+L heart here?
Carlos Luna.
I'm just putting my own name on trees now, guys.
Oh my God.
I'm saying that I love myself.
Carlos plus Luna
loves
equals
Luna.
This is me. Don't forget.
Perfect. And so you guys, you're hiding behind this tree. You all duck down. You're able to get through this gate. And Zane and his folks are looking for y'all. And it's like, they were just here. Come on. And they go around, and as you see them shift a little bit out of way, you guys decide to duck and move, making a dash for Lamont's car. And in doing so, Zane clocks you. Marcus gets behind him, and they start running. But they're too far from the car to get back in time. So you guys get in yours, and you're able to get it out of the way very easily. Well done.
Nice.
Yeah, as we're running, Lamont like takes off his shirt and swings it around to taunt them.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Jumps into the car.
This is high school.
You're just having a good time.
I dip shotgun.
Is it a 2-seater or 4-seater? Do we have to is it 2-door or 4-door?
What would he drive? This is an 84?
This is 85.
Are my parents rich?
Tell us.
I don't think they are. I don't think they are. I think we lived in a big city, and we had to go here because of like a job opportunity. Because my dad couldn't find work in the big city. So I think he drives something old. Like,
what does your dad do at the plant? Because the only real job is at the new Broswick the old Broswick bowling facility. Bowling factory.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be a polish man.
Yeah.
He's the end of the line. He's got delicate fingers, and he's able to like polish up and like move really quickly. His spheres are the slipperiest.
He got hired.
See your face in them.
He creates his own specific polish. He's a little bit of a chemist, like designed like the specific formula that like really makes that shine pop.
They had scouts. They had scouts all across the world at different bowling alleys looking for good polished guys. And then my dad's number one.
Mr. May met Mr. Daniels through this process. They started working a lot together. And we'll get into that a little bit later. And so you guys book it out. You're able to escape Zane and his funkies, and you make it to each of your respective homes. And as you guys get back, I'm
also blasting Aha's Take on Me on repeat.
I can't play that, Carlos. That is not right.
And I keep trying to like start conversation over it. It just gets turned up more.
I'm just insisting I be dropped off first.
Yeah.
No, check it out. It's a single. These are great.
I'm sorry. Am I sitting on a pizza slice? Is this a pizza slice? How long has this been here?
I'm not sure, but you can call
it's been there since last Tuesday.
It smells like
Lamont, how long did you need to save up to get the 8-track player in the car?
Oh my God. Wouldn't it be really funny if it was just like a real 8-track player, not one designed for a car?
Yeah.
Like there's like a full speaker in the trunk. Saves up a lot.
It's thumping.
Awesome. And so the Lamont drops you all off. And let's go around. We'll get to Lamont last. But I would love for you all to describe your families a little bit as you get dropped off, your relationship with them, if you got any siblings, and what your house looks like. So let's start with the reverse order. As the car pulls away, who gets dropped off first?
Anya demands to be, right?
So it's Anya. So Anya gets dropped off first. It's not it's actually takes more time because you got to double back to drop off Xian Mei because they live close. Lamont and Tanya are actually close. Their houses are kind of close to one another. But Lamont does it anyways because you got to respect the wishes. So you drop off Anya first. Anya, what do we see as Lamont's car pulls away?
So first of all, Lamont drops me off at the stop sign. It doesn't matter because there's only like 4 houses on the street. I just don't want a weirdo like Cassandra to know where I live. And like I'm like brushing off the skirt, and then I'm taking the blazer off, buttoning the buttoning the blouse all the way to the top button, folding up the blazer, putting it into my leather satchel, and then taking off the pumps, putting on sensible, very white sneakers, folding the socks down, putting my hair in a respectable ponytail, and then walking into like a 2-story sort of suburban, we'll call it a Georgian style home though. So it's got like, it sticks out a lot. It's very old money. It sticks out.
You guys got a wraparound porch?
Yeah, we have well, Georgians are very like straight up.
Okay.
So there's no veranda, but my mother has considered getting a third house with a veranda to rent out.
Where's the second house?
The second house is just outside of town. My parents want to get into more urban real estate instead of just renting out the acreage for farms that we own.
Smart.
So they're starting to pick up houses that have been foreclosed on and kind of flipping them and stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Tell me about Anya. Do you have any siblings? Are you an only child?
Yeah, Arav is my younger brother. And he's about 11 years old, and he's very much like the golden child. My parents want me to go to college close to home and then come back and manage the finances and the rental properties and things like that. But they want Arav to go off and move out and become like a doctor or whatever he wants to do, and he doesn't have to come back home. It's fine.
So Arab is waiting for you out, like as soon as you enter the house. He's like, Anya, you can't I had such a good day at school today. It was incredible. I was selected to be the captain of the academic squad. I'm really excited. There's a chance we can go to the Scholastic Bowl that's going to be happening in March. I think this could be our year.
Great. That's super great. That's cool. How many people are on your team?
There's like 5 of us.
Oh, that's so cool. Captain of 5. That's great.
Well, yeah. So like, you had to take a test to get into it. I don't want to brag too much. I had the highest score. I mean,
you don't have to, but I'm sure you will.
Oh, okay. All right. Don't you have some boys to go bother or think about instead? Ugh.
No, I decided to come here and hang out with. Where is mom and dad?
Oh, dad's just finishing up. He should be back later. And then mom said she had to go to the country club to take care of some things for this weekend's gala. But she said there's money on the counter if we want to get some dinner.
Okay.
What do you want to eat tonight?
Oh, us together. Oh.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I'm going to go change out of this nonsense into something more comfortable, like pajamas or something. And I'm probably going to call it an early night. So why don't you order whatever pizza or whatever you want?
Oh, you sure? I got the Neo Genesis up. I thought we could play TMNT. It'd be really fun.
Oh, that would be fun if I were not so tired. Man, I'm going to go study and go to bed. I'm going to call it an early night. So don't come in my room. And if anybody calls for me, I died.
Make give me a charm roll against your younger brother. And I'm going to say this check is, this is, you just got to beat a 6.
Okay. Do I have any modifiers on this?
On charm, no.
No. Okay.
So as teens, you get modifiers on, I believe, fight and grit. Those you get +1s for both.
Nice. I'm like,
you got a 9. Awesome. So you beat it. What's it called? Arab looks at you and goes, yeah. Whatever you need. I'll leave some of the leftovers. I'm probably gonna see if I can get a deep dish. I know. Don't tell mom and dad. I'm excited. People keep talking about it. I know it's a Chicago thing, but whatever. It'll be good.
Sounds like cake, but that is fine. And then like Anya starts going up the stairs, and then like turns around and is like, but if you want to like hang out Friday night or whatever, and have like one of your dumb friends over or something, I guess I'll hang out with you.
His eyes light up and says,
okay,
yeah.
All right, don't be embarrassing. I'm going to bed.
And you shut the door, and you see Arab go, yes. And cool. So who gets dropped off next?
Xian does because she lives like 2
Oh
doors
no.
down from Anya.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So,
I just realized the two who are going to be left in the car together.
Yeah, Cassandra wouldn't have it any other way.
Right.
So Xian Mei pulls up to their home. Lamont's car pulls away. Describe your house. Tell us a little bit about it.
It's similar to Anya's house because pretty much every house here looks almost the same, just slightly different color.
Are they all like McMansions kind of in this part of town?
Yeah, like mine's like slightly more blue. Maybe not quite as many columns as Anya's. But I go in the house. It's 2 stories. I walk in the front door and like we have like a family room area where my dad is seated watching TV and eating dinner off a TV tray in his lap. And as I go in and greet him and I look past him, there's like a hallway and then there's the actual like dining table, which is a really long, beautiful like rosewood table. And my mother is seated at the table eating dinner alone like she always is. So I sit down next to my dad because he always has dinner set for me.
Nice. And you're an only child. You no siblings?
Yes.
Cool.
No siblings.
So your dad, what's your dad's name?
Give me a name. I don't know.
Let's call him David. David May.
Gorgle.
Gorgle. Don't you dare. Don't you even dare.
Yeah, he goes by Dave. Only my mom calls him David.
Cool. And so Dave
felt a chill.
looks at you and goes, "Oh, my little shoo. How was your day at work?"
My day at work.
Sorry, your day at school.
Your
school is your work. You got to treat it as such.
That's true. It's fine. You know, the usual, just hanging out with the Explorer Club.
Oh, so you're making friends? When are you gonna have them over?
Soon.
Okay.
Soon. Yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna be. I was gonna finish some dinner. I was gonna put on Wheel of Fortune. It's gonna come on a little bit later. Do you want to sit down and watch it with me tonight?
I'd love to, but like I've got some studying and I'm really tired. It's been kind of a long day.
Oh, okay. Well, if you want, you can take your meal up in your room. Just be sure to say hi to your mom before you go up.
She winces and is like, okay, thanks, Dad. She gives him a kiss on the cheek.
Okay, I love you.
Takes her meal tray up, walks past the dining room and says, hi, Mom.
Ah, Xian, you're back. How was school?
It's fine. It was good.
You have any homework?
Yeah, a lot of homework. So I'm just gonna head up and eat while I work.
Cool. Just so you know, all A's or nothing.
Got it. And she just kind of turns and just stone face walks up the stairs.
Cool. Awesome. And then let's not even leave the car yet. Let's start before the car pulls up. And it's Lamont and Cassandra.
Man, I love this song.
Show me.
Yeah.
I'm so invested.
I feel like I could be a drummer and a singer at the same time.
You could totally do it.
I wanna know what love is.
Yeah, just keep driving down this road for like a while.
Where's your house?
Yeah, it's just down this road. I know it's a really long, winding road into like nothingness, but I promise my house is sort of like there at the end.
God, that's so amazing. I have great instincts on navigation too. I like a lot of people don't know that about me, but like I feel like I can find anything at anything.
Welcome to Ohio sign.
Can you what's it called? Cassandra, can you roll me a charm check? And this is gonna you gotta beat whatever Carlos rolls for whatever Lamont rolls for his grit check, how street smart you are to try to see through what's happening.
Yeah, okay. A 1.
Perfect.
I don't know. Maybe the welcome to Philadelphia sign was.
I rolled a 1 too.
Wait, actually, but you're a teen, so you get a +1 to your roll. So technically, you got a 2. Sorry.
Just two beautiful idiots
How
driving
did
down the road into the sunset.
tell me about what that experience is like. How do you figure out that this is like kind of going on? Yeah, describe that situation for you.
Lamon's just like, it's like he's driving and he sees a Burger King and he thinks like, oh man, we should really stop. I got to remember to stop on my way back. And then he passes another Burger King and he's like, man, 2 Burger Kings. And then he passes a third one. And then he realizes we're going in a circle. But like that's the same Burger King. Like the first guy that he saw walking in the first Burger King is now walking out of that same one. He's like, hey, that's the same. I'm going in a circle. Can you believe that?
What? Oh my gosh. It's just like we just got so like wrapped up in each other's auras that like time just like you couldn't realize it was passing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I tell you, like, man, time just passes when I'm hanging out with you, Cleopatra.
It's closer. It's closer. It starts with a C and ends in an A this time. Last time it just ended in an A.
And then I give him the actual directions, and it's less than 3 blocks from the high school.
So you just live behind the Burger King?
Which is good because did you know that Burger Kings are actually city plants for the U.S. government to feed the population's mind control drugs?
Oh, is that true? That sounds very made up.
No, it's like an actual fact. I've actually got a few readings over here if you wanted to like take a look in like one of my binders and like look at like
tracks.
Yeah, no, hey, this picture looks a lot like me up here. Oh man, look at that.
This picture of Troy Bolton I have on my binder.
Oh my god, did you print that
Troy
out
Bolton
for tonight? What did you do?
Like
You did prop comedy for our Oh god.
I just conveniently had a binder with Troy Bolton on the front. Listen.
Did you really? You had to have. Like, I don't believe you have a printer. I refuse to believe that you own a printer, Katie Mae. You had to have had that.
Yeah, I just have a binder with Troy Bolton on the front. Sorry. I actually meant to give this back to you. This is one of your school photos, and I found it on the ground. So
the car pulls up to in front of Cassandra's house.
Can you imagine dropping someone off at their home and they hand you a photo of yourself and leave?
You guys said bye, Cassandra.
Bob, tonight was like a really nice date. I look forward to like the next time.
Okay, bye. See you later.
Okay, just push me out of the car. All right, bye.
You're gone. Awesome. Cassandra, describe your house, your parents, and if you got any siblings.
It's very suburban. It's like squished in between 2 other houses. Mm-hmm. It's like probably more like low income, but like the front, like up until like the sidewalk, it's just like a fairy forest of
how many raw crystal
fairy statues and fountains and like the house is painted and like I walk up to the door and there's like 3 more HOA violation letters that I just
so you're Luna Lovegood is what you're telling me. Is you're Luna Lovegood of
yes.
this? Yeah. Okay. Wonderful.
Yes, but the HOA does not like it. And so, and then I don't know if I'm probably alone tonight because I think my parents are on a moon retreat.
Yeah.
They go on the once every few months, and then they're gone for like 2 weeks. And
wait, 9 months later, you have a new sibling?
What's a moon retreat? A moon retreat?
Asking. It's where they bathe their bodies in moonlight, and that's the only form of sustenance they take in for 2 weeks. Wow. And that's how they become one with themselves and the beyond.
This is a real thing, by the way.
Is it really?
I'm sure it is. Yeah. I'm making it up, but I'm sure it's real.
It's a real thing.
So you pull up. Do you have any siblings? Or are you an only child?
I've got a lizard.
Perfect. So your parents leave a 15-year-old kid alone for 2 weeks at a time. Probably this started when you were what? 1. So this has been happening throughout your entire life, every once a year for 2 weeks. They leave you alone.
They encourage me to do manifesting while they're gone.
Right.
Because they say that their auras are super overwhelming, so that when I am alone, it's like I can manifest my own realities. And so I spend these 2 weeks really just pursuing me and my interests.
So you open up the door to your home. You see everything. There's some like leftover. It's you living there right now. So you've just got like empty pizza boxes stacked up, paper plates have you been using to eat, because then you don't have to worry about dishes. And you go upstairs to your room and you see your little lizard Theo, who's a bearded dragon. You just rub his head.
Wait, is my lizard named after the maker of this club?
No, sorry, I meant Theodore, but I guess I forgot. Yeah,
that was my first crush. That's over now.
That's over. There you go.
And then I imagine that there's like a pull down string to an attic that is like,
oh god,
Cassandra's like serial killer layer.
Heck yeah. So you pop up, you've got your Pepe Silva like conspiracy board set up, all your sort of bits.
Yeah. There's like a small shrine to maybe like a special someone, but we won't gotta get into that.
Camera goes from the back of Cassandra looking over their desk, like doing some research, getting their backpack ready for later tonight, to the shrine of Lamont. It's the same photo. You have multiple prints of the same photo that you gave Lamont.
I filled out the order form.
And so the camera.
They all say "get your head in the game," but they're like written in your mom's lipstick.
Yeah.
It's like the Helga it's the Hey Arnold shrine in the back of Helga's closet.
Exactly.
And so we cut to the photo of Lamont, to the face of Lamont while driving. Same goofy smile, same like frame for frame. You pull up Lamont to your house. What does it look like?
I think he lives in like a row of townhouses. And I mean, it's well kept. It's definitely like a carbon copy of a carbon copy. So, it's the same layout on the entire street. He walks in and they haven't done a lot of decorating, but it's pretty much like a lot of his awards and I imagine it's like a big case where like all the bowling balls are that his dad loves, or like special bowling balls. Like pictures of him as a child playing sports and, in band and stuff like that. But yeah.
It's just right now. It's just you and your dad. It's just the two of you that live together in Cairo, Illinois. And he sees you, and do you have any siblings?
No. He's definitely an only child. Yeah.
Cool. What's your dad's name?
Ladad. I don't know.
Ladad. No. Okay.
I was just waiting for Lamam and Ladad.
No, not today. So
it's also Lamont. His other brother's name is Lamont.
Your dad's got two very, very real first names, Charles Daniels. And he pulls up and he says, "Lamont, hey bud, how was your second day of school?"
Fantastic. I just hang out with a bunch of people, got praised a lot. I'm on this like case and stuff. It's awesome.
Oh, a case. Oh, my little investigative sleuth. You know what? I'll be real, I doubted it last year when you wanted to get into that theater and you wanted to make these moves outside of sports, but then I saw this news report about how a lot of NFL players had been taking ballet to make themselves more limber, and I thought, my kid's on it. My kid knows what's up.
I'm on that upswing and that curve. Yeah. You just got to be well-rounded. You know what I mean? Like all sides. It's kind of like, and he's standing in front of like a big display of bowling balls. And he's like, it's like, damn, what's it like?
Your dad like scroached his chin. It's like
5 minutes later.
It's like a basketball,
Yeah, exactly.
It needs to be round because that's the only way it's gonna bounce.
Exactly, and that's what I'm like.
Yeah, that's my boy. Hey, Slugger, if you need anything, let me know. I'll just be down here. And you guys separate. It gets later in the evening, and Katie Mae, you already established that Cassandra's parents are not here, so you do not need to sneak out. was called TK. You also said that your parents are gone for the evening. They left you money. So
I do need to sneak out past my brother. So
you got to sneak out past your brother. So I'm gonna make that difficulty at 5. No, I'll make that a 7 because he wants to hang out with you really bad. Describe how you end up doing it. Solani, Xian Mei, your dad's downstairs. You're gonna have to beat a 10 in order to sneak out without dealing with him or your mother. And then Lamont, your dad's also downstairs. You're gonna have to beat a 10 as well to get out because now it's getting later in the evening.
What am I rolling?
Choose. The difficulty is what it is. What skill do you use to beat it? You could use
I am just going to slide out my window. I'm upstairs and like my window opens up to like the roof of the downstairs.
Yeah.
So I just slide down and I just kind of like I'm used to like dangling myself over the edge low enough to just hop down without actually hurting myself.
Awesome. Give me is that brawn? Because you got to dangle yourself down. I'd say that seems like just a physical check.
I have a D6 for brawn.
Okay.
No modifier.
No modifier.
All right.
You got a 3. So you fail. You get yourself an adversity token. You got one of those. You fall down. You crash, and as you're limping off, you don't really hurt. You just like kind of like rolled something. As you start making your way to the house on Poplar Court, you look over your shoulder and you see your mom pull a curtain and watch you leave.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
And then let's go to TK. So Anya, how do you get out?
Lord.
Well, I'm in trouble.
Oh, yikes. I think that my highest thing is grit, but I don't know if I'm able to like just do something like that. That seems more social and I'm trying to sneak. Mm-hmm. So I think what I'm going to do is roll brains instead. I have a phone in my room. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to call our landline from my phone.
Oh, pro strat.
Yeah, and I'm going to I'm just gonna leave it like on. Like I'm gonna put it on there. And so whenever he goes to answer it, I'm gonna sneak out the window.
Awesome. Very dope.
I know he has to get up from where he is to at least get to the phone.
Perfect.
I put him on phone duty already. So
all right.
Hopefully. Okay, so I don't have anything on this.
You ain't got brains.
You ain't got brains. You tried.
First of all, Lamont.
Oh shit.
I know.
So Arab gets wise to the scheme. He picks up and he like can kind of hear the breathing on the other end, and like it's oddly.
He can
like,
definitely hear me like opening my window and like trying to scramble out, and like watches from the kitchen as I'm like climbing down the lattice.
And he looks down and he's like, now we got to hang out 2 nights in a row or mom and dad find out.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, I'm like, I like step down and it's like the glass French doors and like we make eye contact with each other and I'm just like,
no.
It's like, I'm telling mom unless we hang out on Saturday too. And then so that's you give yourself an adversity token because you failed.
Jerk.
And then let's get a roll for Lamont.
Yeah, I think Lamont is just gonna like he's completely honest with his father.
Oh my god, get out!
Because he's cool. He's just like cool with it, and also like his dad trusts him because he's like successful at everything he tries and does. So he's just like, so like he's just eating like I don't know what was like Pop. Do they have Pop-Tart? Yeah, Wheaties.
Wheaties 3 meals a day. That's what you do.
It's the Wheaties like, with the new Michael Jordan on it, Rookie of the Year. Wheaties.
Yeah, and his dad like puts his face on the Wheaties box to like like one day that's gonna be you up there.
Yeah.
And so he's just like eating his Wheaties. Like so his kid didn't show up for school, so we're gonna go check out this like house, and like Quakes was all like weird about it, so it's I don't know, it's gonna be insane.
So this is a planned action. You're not making this under duress, so you can roll your d20 because I imagine using charm, or you can just take the 10 because your 10 will allow you to beat this easy. because I set the challenge at 10 itself.
I'm gonna roll a charm on that. Maybe something happens.
Okay.
Let's see.
It's a disaster.
It's a disaster.
Let's see.
Yeah, like a 9.
And so your dad, you don't fail by a lot, but your dad's like, okay, all right. That's a little. You guys are just gonna go by yourself? Okay.
Yeah, we're just gonna go.
Just be okay. I'm a little concerned, but I trust you, Lamont. Here's the thing: if you're not back later this evening, I'm gonna drive by. I'm just gonna come by the house, make sure y'all are okay.
You're gonna check up on me?
Yeah, I'm gonna check up on you. You just said a kid went missing, and I would be a terrible dad if I just let you disappear without double checking.
Fine.
That's
but
so
next
fair.
time you see me, it's gonna be on the news accepting an award.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Accepting an award? Not even like that. It's not even like that. I'm gonna be accepting the key to the city for finding this kid.
And so you guys are arguing a little bit back and forth, and so you end up getting there a little bit late. And so we cut to later in the evening as you guys are standing outside the Poplar House, and I'm going to play a little bit of audio and talk a little bit over it for you all.
I'm wearing a hot pink jogging pantsuit, by the way.
Huh.
Oh, God.
So you guys
right
are you pull up to the Poplar House. There is a fence wrapped up around it. As you look at it, it's a large 2-story house that sits at the end of the court. It's always sat. It's undisturbed. The house it's got this rusted chain link fence with a gate that barely swings open. Behind the house, cornfields extend as far as the eye can see. The stalks grow tall and close together. The doors and windows that lead into the house have been boarded up, blocking access to the house itself. So first thing you guys do, you post up, and when you guys arrive there, you see the fence, and then over it, you see Theo's backpack in the field.
Yo, that's Theo's backpack over there.
I just said that.
Who? Oh shit!
Very dope. And so you guys look at it. You notice the backpack. Do you guys try to get over the fence?
Yeah, I have to. I'm like zeroed in. I want to hop that fence.
Yeah, let the help do it.
Difficulty 4 to get over it. And so you guys can, however you want to solve it is up to you all. But how do you get the whole group past this chain link fence?
Just use brains and open it.
Can I look for maybe like however Theo might have got in there? So like there might be the chain link fence might be like cut open somewhere, so he might have peeled it back. Can I look for an opening in the fence?
Yeah, give me a grit check on that then, because it seems a little like street smart.
Grit check.
7, easy. So you find where Theo had actually used bolt cutters and cut around the edge of the fence, not to alert anyone. And
Theo's a bad. He's a bad kid.
Oh my gosh. Is our friend like a criminal?
He cuts him. You guys pull it back. You notice the spot, and you pull through. As you guys enter, you look and you see at first glance the house is completely boarded up. All the windows, the front doors. There is a front door and a back door as you kind of like walk around the space and sort of take it in. And there are also a few ground windows, but they're all, like I said, boarded up. You don't really see how you would get inside from this area. And as you are exploring, you hear the sound crying coming from inside the house, followed by a loud growl, a crash, and then silence.
I'm gonna grab his backpack real quick and just see what's inside. And do
inside?
I see the bolt? Do I see the bolt cutters anywhere? Did he leave them outside?
So you see the bolt cutters actually right next to the backpack on the ground.
Grab
and one of the other things you see is
I grab it and I pass it to Lamont.
Cool.
I'm not.
As you lift up the backpack and you pass the bolt cutters, you also see a leash and a collar that's been snapped with Rebel's name's tag on it.
If I heard screaming, Lamont is going to try to like pry some of those boards off and try to get in. Try to pull the boards off a window or wherever, whatever closest.
Gosh, use the bolt cutters as leverage.
I'll say to
lever.
For sure. To get through the boards, it's gonna be a difficulty 6 brawn check.
Okay. Ooh, that means I gotta roll a 6.
But if you have the bolt cutters, so it'll reduce the difficulty to 3.
So nice. Like a crowbar or something.
Let's try this. 1.
You don't make it. You try. You're unable to get it. Give yourself an adversity token. You've got another one of those now. I'll also say if anyone wants to give me, if you want to try and look for another way in that you don't notice from the first time, give me a brains check of 6.
I'll do that.
I did exactly a 6 on a brains check.
Yeah. Oh, and 14.
14.
You guys,
it seems like the nerds have got this under control, so I'm just gonna let them do it.
So like you are a nerd.
As you guys are going around the space, you try to pull the boards off the door, but unfortunately, you even with the bolt cutters, it's not a crowbar; they're bolt cutters. You know what I mean? Like you could cut something, you can't really like wedge it in there properly. And you're looking around. Theo had to get in somehow, right? Like he couldn't have just. How did he get in? And Cassandra, you follow what look to be some footprints and steps, and notice.
I got my magnifying glass out.
You got a magnifying glass. You push some of the what's it called? Bushes aside, and you see that the basement windows are not boarded up. They have been forgotten.
I turn and I go, look like this case just got cracked open. That's my TV show catchphrase. How do we feel about it?
Awesome.
No.
That's pretty good. I actually like it.
You think so?
It's got to apply to a lot of things though. So I feel like,
I
mean, is it whenever you find a clue that you're doing this?
It's just when the case gets cracked wide open.
Oh, well then I guess it could apply to like any single time. That's pretty good then. If it's reoccurring, I could feel it.
Yeah, but what if you have a cliffhanger episode?
I'm peering
through the window. Cliffhanger episode.
You peer through the window and you see that it's a pretty small basement window. To get in, you'd have to crawl through and then fall down a little bit. It seems to be that's like the way that Theo did it because all the other basement windows are like covered except for one that's the glass has been cut and smashed in. So I need grit checks from everybody. A difficulty 5.
Should be easy. I've been trimming down for my pageant.
Give yourself an adversity token.
I do.
Same thing.
Have I only rolled ones?
You're brawn grit. No, your charm was good. You got a 9 instead of a 10. Remember?
Yeah.
That was still a failure,
I rolled
but
1, 2, 3.
Oh, you got up there.
4 ones.
4 ones. Great. Perfect. You should have so many adversity tokens. You could use them on any roll. You can add them. Yeah. If you want to.
Mr. 20, we'd like to have a word with you.
Chat,
I'm gonna save them to win the game at the end.
Eventually, if you want to see us continue this campaign to eventually see Carlos use these adversity tokens, please let us know on our Twitter.
Can I try and use mine? So I just add, what do I do?
You can add them to it, but TK, you got the number that you needed. Everyone who failed, which is Carlos and Solani, take adversity tokens. Anya goes first. How is Anya the person who's why does this not scare Anya?
First of all, number 1, I do gymnastics. Number 2, I gotta refurbish my parents' silly rentals all the time. I've been down here. It's disgusting. Number 3, right now I'm on a juice cleanse because I have a pageant coming up. This is simple.
And so you tell the folks, you get down, you crawl through, and you definitely avoid all the glass. And then
just like tumble like an action roll.
As you make it through, Cassandra, you're up next, and you beat it as well. You're a little bit smarter. Can you give me just a brains check of 8?
Okay. Let me do it. No, 4.
4. Cool. You, for the record, guys, you can always take half your roll. You have that option.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a planned action. I'll tell you when it's a snap decision.
But we kind of want the tokens.
You kind of want the tokens?
This feels like something I'm not going to die over.
Give me the hot success, please.
Cool. So you figure out you go second, and you just take out some bandage that you've packed in your backpack, wrap your hands up in it, and kind of like punch out the rest of the glass, kind of smooth it out so it won't cut anyone. You make a little bit of noise in the process, but you make it through. That makes it easier for Lamont and Xiaomei to get through, a little less scared. So you guys enter into the basement. It's a thick, heavy, musty smell in this basement. It is impossible to see. So you all open up your backpacks and pull out your flashlights. As you click them on, you turn around and you look and you see footprints leading up and then up the staircase. And as you're down there, you hear and coming from up above, a loud crash, some smashing, and what sounds to be some sobbing occurring. What do you all do?
I do want to retcon a thing real quick.
Yeah.
One of my flaws is clumsy, so I like to think that like I do this freaking Olympic like
routine,
dive, roll, and stand up and stick the landing, and then immediately step in like an oil pan with all of these pots and stuff, and they just fall off.
Yeah,
it's just like clink, 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 and it's like Cassandra. This is so
Stop. Cassandra gets mad at you for making much less noise with the glass than she did falling down.
Did you guys hear that?
Yeah, it was probably a werewolf.
What? Werewolf? You think?
Yes. The full moon was last night.
I'm gonna look for something silver to fight this werewolf.
If it's still a full moon,
but you know what I'm gonna tell you?
Why would they still be a werewolf?
Give me a grit check, because this is gonna be street smarts in this area, and I'm gonna say the difficulty is 16.
Oh, I definitely can't do it then. I only have a D8 for grit.
So you could do it if you roll an 8. Here's the great thing about this game: if you roll an 8, you can roll another die, because when you roll the maximum value on a die, it explodes. And like I said, we were describing, that'll mean something extraordinary occurs that might let you find a silver item in this basement.
But you're 6 won't do it. Your 6 doesn't do that.
Unfortunately, it does not. So
just
you're looking
going through boxes.
You're getting so many adversity tokens. I'm scared where you're gonna cash them all in.
You're gonna get into whatever college you want to.
I'm the werewolf.
You're the werewolf now.
Oh, yikes.
And so you guys are now inside the house. You hear the growling. You are some smashing against shelves, and like you see dust start falling from the ceiling where you imagine the steps are. There is a staircase at the end of this basement. You're surrounded by shelves of like just storage and empty boxes. Not empty boxes, but boxes around. You gather your courage, the 4 of you, as you walk forward, following Theo's footsteps, keeping track on the shift that they've created in the dust on the ground. As you make your way up, you pull closer and closer to the door leading up to the main floor, and the smashing, the growling gets louder and more fierce, a little more like visceral as you pull up, as if it's fighting something. As you put your hand on the door, who opens it?
At what point do we just agree as a group that Theo's probably dead and go home?
When there's a body.
Lamont, open the door.
Okay.
Yeah, can I just say, Lamont, I'm really excited for you to save my life.
Wait, what? I'm gonna save everyone's lives, not
just
yours.
All of
Atlanta.
ours and mine.
Just open the door.
You got those bolt cutters. You can whack something with them.
Okay.
You open the door. As you pull up, you see the flashlights pan up, and all of you see a creature, claws covered in blood, paws on the ground, standing bipedal upright, covered in hair from foot to toe, head to foot. You've got a snarled snout, ears that are sticking out, gray fur, and it locks eyes with you. This werewolf. There's no other word for it. You know one when you all watched Michael J. Fox in Teen Wolf. You know what they look like, and you see this werewolf make eye contact with y'all. It snarls deeply and starts bounding the other way, coming closer and closer to the basement door before it shifts, going through one of the boarded windows, balling up, tucking itself, and boom, breaking out of the window, and starts bounding on all fours into the cornfields till you can't see it anymore. As the dust settles and you no longer hear the pounding of the footsteps, the movement of this creature, you hear the crying come from a place further down on the main floor.
Do we see a body in this room?
In the first room, you look out, there is blood on the floor. There is fur on the floor. There is no body.
Is there a dog collar?
No, you saw the dog collar attached to the leash outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
So werewolves actually do exist here. Okay.
I've been trying to tell you this whole time that werewolves were real and that it was a full moon last night.
That was so messed up.
Not a full moon tonight, though. So.
Who's crying?
Me. I mean, someone else. It was okay.
Who goes first with their flashlight to explore the main floor?
I will. Well,
cool.
We'll
So Xian Mei and
nerds.
Cassandra pull forward. The nerds, all the grit, all the actual puffed chest of Lamont disappears. Anya, all of the pretension, all of the display, doubles back and is scared as they look behind them. And Xian Mei and Cassandra pull forward looking, and they see in the corner a girl with long hair, weeping, claw marks on her arms. It seems to be her hair goes down all the way to her feet. She's in a pink onesie. She can't be older than 7 or 8, and she looks up at you all and says, "What did you do? What did you do? You let him escape. He's gone now. He's outside. He could hurt anyone. He's gonna hurt everyone."
Okay, calm down, Tater Tot.
Yeah.
Tater Tot, that's not my name. My name is Juniper, and you, oh no. First,
Did your parents leave you alone on a moon retreat as well?
I can't remember. I've been in this house. I've always been in this house. This is my house, and it's my job to keep the monsters at bay. That is my duty. And you all just let it out. You and that boy last night was the reason why the other 3 got out too.
3? There's 4 werewolves in this town.
Okay, Anya is going to tear a sleeve and start bandaging these rooms. They'll be like, "Look, you're disgusting. Let's at least clean this up."
Cool.
How are you supposed to keep them here?
I have.
You're like a kid.
She closes her eyes, lifts up a hand, and clutches slightly, and a bookshelf falls down with all the books on it.
No, this ain't right. No.
It's see, I'm the only one who can do it. I'm the only one who's strong enough. That is my purpose. That is why I'm here.
So why are you crying?
What do you eat?
Both of those questions.
What? No. Guys, who are you? What are you doing here?
We're the investigation squad.
Their dumb friend got lost.
Because he heard you crying.
Stupid boy.
I got so many questions.
Mm-hmm.
Are you Like, are you really 7 years old, or are you just like old, but like you're supposed to be set? Like,
did the government send you
or something like that? Is it like an age thing?
What? No, guys. She avoids all your questions. She's dodging them. She tells you about how she was fighting the monster before you arrived and opened the door. And she gets to the point is, you've done it. You've weakened the seal on this house, the thing that was keeping them all at bay, what allowed me to keep them here. I didn't need to eat. I didn't need to worry about anything because the magic kept me alive and kept me safe.
Okay, well, first
and now
of
it's
all,
leaving, and I don't even know. She like looks down at her hair and pulls a little bit, and it pulls out.
I
don't
girl.
know how much time I have left now.
Oh my gosh. Is she like regressing or something in front of us? Like, what is she? Is she
progressing?
It's hard to tell because you don't have any other frame of reference for analysis. This is just the first time you saw her.
I'm gonna tear off my other sleeve and make her a little hair turban. You're like, okay, well, you know, my aunt went through something similar and she looked great like this. That's nice.
Okay. So what are these things? They're just like
government plants.
I
knew it.
I don't know where they came from or why they're here, but they've always been in this house with me, and I've always been the one who's had to keep them at bay. You already saw the half beast, half man who I was struggling with, the only one who was left over after that stupid boy's decision last night.
Oh, where is that boy? Where's that stupid boy?
Wait. Yeah, we have two questions. Where's the boy? And also, I'm sorry, does that make 4 in total, or?
She starts describing as, because of him, the monster made of dead bodies, the rotting corpse creature stitched together to look like you, grabbed him and ran out. The elegant count stood and watched and drained him as he took off to the sky afterward. And then, the creature that was in the basement where the water used to be slithered down the drain.
What is with this house?
I'm growing weaker by the moment. I already know. I can't get them all back alone.
How can we help?
How can they help?
She starts talking to you and says, we need to get them back. We need to get them here. I can reboard the house. I can reseal it with my magic. I can keep them all from ever escaping again. That is why I'm here. And you all are the reason that it's going to happen again.
I kind of feel like you're the reason that we're here, because
She looks at you and you see the floor underneath you creak without anyone move. And no one can know if the panic sets in the town. If the other folks find out, they're not going to be able to handle the situation, and more people are just going to die.
So we got to go find these things and somehow get them back to this house.
Once you find them, bring them here. I will sedate them. I will seal them. I will keep this town safe. I will keep the world safe.
Wait, why can't you just come with us and sedate them? That actually sounds like it would be easier.
The magic that keeps me alive, the magic that sustains me, it's already leaking from the home. The house, it sits on a font that it's a reservoir. If I go too far from it, I can already feel it. I can't. And she looks downcast and puts her arms around herself as she shudders a little bit.
Okay.
So is this like CIA or FBI or like?
Oh my God, matter? Cassie, shut up.
Theo, though. Where is Theo?
Yeah, is he dead?
They took him. Last night when he came in, that was the opportunity they needed. The 3 of them teamed up while the Wolfman and I, we we've been fighting ever since, and I don't know where your friend is, but
You said that
those
those
monsters would be the best what?
What direction they ran in?
As she starts to discuss with you about where they could be and describing them a little bit, she says frankly, well, let me actually see if she knows. Nope. She has no idea where they went, other than she knows that they all ran in different directions. One went east, one went north, one went west, and it seems like the wolf went south into the corn.
Okay, Cassie, give me your dork notebook.
Yeah, which the love one or the investigation one?
Whatever. Give me the one you're most likely to have on you at all times.
The love one.
Okay, so I'm gonna open it up, and I'd like, because Anya is good at organization, I'd like to start like jotting the notes down and things like that. Can you tell me anything about these monster things, like what kind of environments they're in, et cetera, et cetera?
And so she starts describing them, and you sort of figure out that obviously you all saw the werewolf, the way that it's would like to stay in the woods. It would like to be someplace where it can consume a lot of meat, and
Burger King.
And you're gonna probably try to track it down based on that. She lets you all know that it now has your scent. It smelled you.
Great.
If you don't catch it, it will catch you. And so that's what you gain. Those are the clues right now that you're able to gain about the werewolf. The clues about the monster is that it is too noticeable in the day. It mainly is movements at night because it will draw too much attention, and it knows that it is smarter than you think. And that is always what people underestimate about it. And it particularly, Juniper tells you, it hates me most of all.
What'd you do to it?
Exist, kept it from destroying the earth, kept it from wanting to do its life's duty of carnage and malicious rampage.
Okay, but you're not like going to turn into a werewolf or anything, right? Because it scratched you, and I don't know the rules about this.
What is...
Depends
you keep
on the
using
lore,
that
really.
word. What is werewolf? It's
First
the
of all,
half wolf,
you
half man.
Also said that.
So that's my bad. I as the GM will tell you what they are.
Good.
Juniper
Cool.
does not know. Yeah,
Oh,
what the societal terms are for it.
All right. So like this Wolfman thing, like what? I'm
Is he
amending
hot?
what I said based on what you said.
No, I saw him. He wasn't hot.
What? Oh my gosh.
She does tell you that the thing about the monster is that its secret is that the right music will soothe it and make it docile. And that's all you know about the...
you are first chair, Anya.
Yeah. So you get that about Frankenstein's monster. Then you go to the Elegant Count. And you know that she tells you it cannot exist in the day. Its skin is blue and gaunt. It needs to be at night, and it will try to convince you. It will try to talk to you. It will tell you lies that you will believe and truths you will doubt. And for that, you find out a little bit about the vampire. And the last creature, you know that this creature, she tells you, it needs to be in water. It cannot exist too far out of it. It needs constantly a place to refresh itself, to keep its skin moist. The creature,
moist.
is it can live, and it is a human fish, and she thinks the creature has finally figured out something that allows it to move on land easier, but I was able to crush it while in the fight before the Wolfman got me. And that is all you find out about the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Do we have any bodies of water in this town?
That's a good question. And we're doing some research, but unfortunately, I think that's going to have to wait for next session. You guys sit around talking to Juniper, discussing and gaining clues about these monsters. Guys, we're out of time.
Fun.
I hope you guys had a good time.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Good time.
Welcome to Kids on Bike,
Squad.
the house on Poplar Court. If you guys want to play this, you can get it yourself. It's also a module in Roll20. So, I mean, I was able to really use that. It's super easy to access, makes it real simple. Let's go around and if we'll open up the floor if folks have any questions for us from chat, if you want to let us know, but we'll do some outros before we say goodbye. Let's kick it off with our wonderful Shion Mae Solani. Tell us about yourself. Where can folks find you online?
You can find me at Mistress Verse on Twitter and on Twitch. I play with these lovely folks on Tuesdays. We play the Mythic Odysseys of Theros D&D there, and let's see what else. I DM for Plot Hunters on Saturdays, so you can find me at twitch.tv/plothunters, and then randomly on Twitch and hanging out. Yeah.
Awesome. Also on Sundays we play Sunday Fun Day. Final Fantasy is coming back, baby.
On the Indoor Recess channel.
Yes, it's good times. Up next, let's go to TK. Tell us about playing the wonderful Anya Pandey, the mean girl we love to hate.
I'm not mean. Everybody else is just inferior.
Mm.
It's me. It's TK, your dramatic friend. Hello. I hope that you're having a very delightful Gen Con. And if you're not, I don't know. Tell your dad. I don't know. You can find me on the Indoor Recess Twitch channel playing Spooky Saturday. Or Spooky Slumber Party. I don't know if I'll be doing that this week because I think I have a recording thing. But who knows? Maybe we'll get eaten by a clown. Maybe we won't. Who knows? Maybe I'll just push back the stream a little bit later because I have a recording thing. Who knows? On my regular Twitch, TK has joined the fray. I cut and color my hair and I talk to people and I play sometimes gentle games, sometimes games that make me really mad, like The Witcher. I don't know why falling damage is so ridiculous to calibrate in that game, but it's fine. I'm not mad. Follow me on Twitter, TK joins the fray. If you like spooky stories, I write them. I put them on the internet. tkjwrites.com. So
awesome. Thank you. Let's move it over to Katie Mae playing Cassandra Jones. Tell us where we can find you online and what you're up to.
Hi, I'm Katie Mae. You can find me at Twitter at OKKatieMae or on Twitch at twitch.tv/OKKatieMae, where you can see me play some games. I also play some games on Saturday with TK. And just in a couple of hours, in 3 hours with Masood, we're playing more Undertale on twitch.tv/Indoor Recess Crew. If y'all want to see me DM, you can come check out Dungeons Dice Everything Nice for a little queer little feral time. But I think that's what I got going on. For me catch up on Tuesdays. Play DC.
I love that. And then we can move to Carlos, whose message was deleted by a mod in chat.
It's okay.
Take him down. Get him out of here.
I deserved it. I really did deserve it.
I believe it 100%.
You know what? You have been spared. Carlos. You have been spared whatever I posted there, which was horrible.
It was horrific.
Horrific.
Tell us about where we can find you online and some of the other terrible takes you've got.
Give us 3 dead takes.
We saw your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles bus take. All right, we saw that.
I mean, everyone needs to follow me on Twitter. It is Carlos at Carlos Crits. I don't know why I said it like that, but yeah, like what everyone else said, we play on Tuesdays on the Dungeons and Dragons channel. Follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/indoor recess crew. Yeah, and you could also see videos that I make on the Roll20 YouTube channel. That's Roll20 app.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Hey guys, I've been your kind, benevolent, and humble GM. My name is Masood. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Maroodboy, MAHRUDBOI. You can also see me on Sundays playing Rivals of Waterdeep with those wonderful folks. Obviously, Tuesday nights, we're out here playing Mythic Odysseys of Theros, and it's a wild time. Things are getting real juicy and dangerous, and we ponder a lot of theoretical questions about centaur physiology and what those joints are capable of.
We also do a lot of raffles now.
We do. So yes. Yeah. We will plug this.
Want free stuff.
Yes.
We usually give away like 5 of the books, like on Roll20, every week. So yeah.
Yeah, dude. Keep track.
Free stuff.
Watch, and we promise we can't win it, so we want you to have it, of course.
Yeah. And we guarantee that it is COVID free.
We promise you. It's a digital download, 100%. But yeah, you can see me also in a few hours. I'm going to be playing Undertale. It's my first playthrough of it on Once Upon a Game. It's where folks from Indoor Recess, we examine narratively driven games that we love and make our way through. Undertale is Katie Mae's favorite game. I've never played it, and I'm having a blast because it's breaking me. I'm analyzing too much, and apparently not too much, because that's what that game's meant for, allegedly. But yeah, if you want to follow us more, follow us on Twitch at Indoor Recess Crew. Follow us on Twitter at Indoor Recess with 3 S's. You can find all of our personal Twitter handles off of there as well. And just so you know, up next at 4 p.m. Eastern on this channel, Gen Con TV, board games with the brothers Murphy will be happening. But in the meantime, you can check out more of Gen Con online at twitch.tv/Gen Con Mainstage and twitch.tv/Gen Con Studio. We have been Indoor Recess Crew. Thank you all so much for having us. We'll be around. We're online. Come find us and be ready to have a good time.
Before we find you.
Before we find you.
I want to know what love is.
And then, Dot, I think you can take us out.